What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Set. His name is More Champion. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Loki from the DoD clan. His name's Narvi. The map is one of the special maps. It's Moat. This is a round of, this is the round of 64, best of 5 game from the Bill Gregg Open, $1,000 Age Mythology, the Titans tournament. And given that this is one of the special maps, we'll go over the rules for a couple more times as we're getting used to this map setup. So each player gets what am I saying? Each player has one special map in their 5 maps. They get 5 maps selected for them randomly before the round starts, so they all know what they're going to be playing on leading up to their match. They get one special map from a pool created by Hagrid and Keen Flame, and it's really, really interesting. So this map's Moat. The interesting thing about this map is you have a land outside of the water. It's got some gold mines, it's got some relics, and it's got some other cool things. We've got Osborne Wagon, we've got Tower of Cetus, and some other kind of Pandora's Box and Shingles of Steel. And then the other thing about this map is the fish. It spawns in groups of 2 instead of groups of 3, which you normally be used to, and they're quite spread out. Luckily for More Champion, he gets a nice spawn here. These 3 are quite close together, but they're quite spread out, and as such, you have to play accordingly. More Champion getting a little bit of supply block there just because you only got 3 villagers on food. You need to have 4 villagers on hunt to have constant production of villagers. And you can see he's actually going to be very idle at the end of here. These guys are all going to dump their resources in, and he's only going to be at 50 something or 40 something when they dump, if they dump. Yeah, see 48. It's a force drop here, and he does get the fishing ship in there. But there we go. Yes. Where is Narvi's dock? Narvi opting to not dock on this map. Maybe he's doesn't realize it's a water map, but that'd be silly because he knew what the map was before he came into the game. Would have been real important. All right, moving forward here. Priest getting found out yet again by Narvi. He's on top of the priest harass here, which is really, really good for him. But not going water is going to be really detrimental. You only have to like put out 4 or 6 fishing ships, and you can go 430 and play the land. And you just have that better economy, as opposed to doing a 430 build that you're already doing. Unfortunate for Narvi. Narvi's a funny guy. Everybody seems to like him, but this is what is happening here? He's built a house to kill his own priest. Oh, he doesn't kill it either. It lives with 4 HP. And he's just going to re-heal that priest back up. Nice spy comes down. Second dock is up. Moore is spamming those fishing ships out like a madman. Narvi not even going for a forward temple here. So you're not going for like a Heimdall rush or something. Gold mines in the back of the base as well. So it's nice and protected. No way he's going to be able to get onto that. I guess we'll see what happens here. But we've got the next Ulfsark coming in here. We've got 2 Ulfsark. More fishing ships getting built by More Champion. We've got the 3rd dock coming up as well, and temple coming down. Moore's only got 4 villages on wood, so it's just a little bit of a slower build. Not much, not a big boom, but a sort of boom with the 4 villages on wood. If you want to go fast, it's 3 villages on wood. If you want to go medium fast, it's 4 villages on wood. If you want to go boomy, 5, 6, 7 villages on wood. Now we finally see More does manage to start converting those animals here. We've got that dock up, and maybe some more fishing ships will come out. Maybe an extra villager after this one is what he needs to be able to advance. He's still a little bit short on the food, and he is stopping those. He's stopping that production of villagers, dumps the resources in, and he's going through tar here. Got the 10 villagers on gold, maybe thinking about going, or even 14 villagers on gold, maybe thinking about going for the early second town center, or spamming out priests and going for a vision attack onto the food villagers here. If we check out, we do see that vision was already cast here for for more. He is searching around with the hyena of set. He actually may see these villagers here. If he runs through this way, he won't see the villagers, but yeah, it looks like the hyena is probably going to die anyway, so it's not going to matter all too much. And the villagers getting pulled back into the base. He's got the deer to play with. He did actually put up a late dock, Narvi did, running all the way back to the chicken. Unfortunately, he does have bear over here, and there are some elk and deer here, but he does realize he can't really do much against the shifting sands this early, so he needs to wait until he's got some army out, spamming out those Herser. Shifting sands is coming through, and we've got the villagers and the pharaoh moving over onto this town center here to grab the settlement, but Narvi one step ahead of Moat at this point. Going to be able to stop Moat from taking this town center. The villagers are here, so that it's going to force the Herser away here, but it will delay, which is what you want. Get as many of these units over here as possible. Try not to lose too much HP on the Herser, and definitely don't lose your Herser. Unfortunately, that's not going to be very good for Narvi there, losing one Herser there basically for free. Like a little bit of delay, but basically for free. Now Narvi's spamming out those Herser. He's going to be up against the fishing ships of Moat, and he's more grabbing his... Oh, he's building out cabinets for some reason. He hasn't grabbed his purse scene just yet, so that one's going to be a little bit slower for him. You definitely want to do that one. Yes, gathering resources on the outer land is very useful for preventing raids. You spend 100 wood on your transport ship and you move village over this gold mine, and you're probably not gonna get killed here. We see some late building of fishing ships, so not giving up all too much onto this fish here. A couple of longboats coming, and the cabinet's just going to chill on the side of the map here at this point, just to make sure that nothing comes into Moat's base here. Second town center is now pumping villagers out, and are we still seeing Narvi spamming those Herser? Just spamming Herser from one town center. Herser are getting picked off one by one here, having to retreat out of this location. More Herser getting pumped. Watchtowers are up, barracks coming up for more champion. And he's going to start spamming out those axemen to counter the Herser. It's really difficult for Loki to play against these classical armies of Egyptian. Once you get out 5 or 6 axemen, the Herser start really feeling pain. And if you also get out some cavalry, or not even cavalry, just like chariot archers, depending on if the raiding cavalry come out or not. But if you get those out, they do quite a bit. Now we've got the longboats countering these cabinets, forcing them back. Narvi does not need to chase this one at this point. Could potentially build out a couple more of those fishing ships to get his food eco going a little bit faster, but more just going to be edging ahead at this point in the game. The pharaoh moving forward, he's going to be trying to take out that troll here. He's on a low HP. In fact, he's going to die, unfortunately. More does get that one there. No Hands of the Pharaoh researched just yet. So that Pharaoh is... I'm not sure if it gives you more range. Pretty sure it gives you more range, the Hands of the Pharaoh, but not grabbing that one just yet. Villager building some houses. Doing all that other good stuff. Narvi just searching for something. He still doesn't have Hall of Thane, so he can't really get anything going for himself here. He does have the resources in the Favor region to get that one, but he's just going to be waiting on it. I guess you don't need to get it. Looking at this gold mine, maybe you're going to be able to push off that one. I wouldn't be surprised if Moat does just build that dock at this point. He's got some pretty crummy forward gold mines here. And he can just simply go over to the other side of the map, and we haven't seen the where is he going? What's his scouting? Oh, he's going for this town center. He sees all of the Herser up this location. He goes, oh well, you grab that dock, I grab this town center, and I grab my gold mine. Doesn't even have to get the transport ship out. Moving forward, it's also going for this this deer here as well. He's got the medium axemen out, spamming those guys. Town center does come up now. Hersa are moving in, but they're a little bit too slow. Villagers, for some reason, chopping down trees here. Where is he mining gold from? He's still got gold in his home base, so I guess you can build the transport ship later. The gold is, it is possible to push off gold on these shores if you win water, because you can push off the gold mines with longboats, but or like cabinets that are in range of the dock fire or the arch ship fire. Some nice raids from the Herso. Now does he have the Hall of Fame? Still doesn't have Hall of Fame. So even if you spot the villagers, they can just walk away at this point. What's the speed like? 4.62 versus 3.8. So it's only like 1 speed more. Shifting Stance does come in, and now Moore's going to be grabbing the next town center. Oh, I thought he was grabbing the town center. Going for four town centers for Moore, but decides to take his villagers away for some reason. Not sure about that. The Pharaoh just chilling back here on this town center. Bit of a choice, if you ask me. He probably would have had that town center up already. If he grabs this town center, this gold mine's not really a place to be gathering from. And he is going to be going for it. Is this in range? It's surely the town center can shoot this gold mine. Narvi's going to have to get off this at this point. He's not going to be able to stop this town center. He could use the longboats. They do have 5 gathering. They can gather 5 units into them. So he can just use those longboats to push over onto this gold mine. So he's not going to get gold starved here. That's if he knows about it. Narvi, he hasn't scouted any of the outside. He knows this much here. He knows there's a gold mine here that he can grab. Where's he going? He's going. He's got Bragi incoming. He's trying to mine gold on this location. Barry's coming up for more. Moore's going to be building out as many of these axemen as he possibly can. If he gets them all going, and he should be able to basically just kill off these Herso before they do anything. Like even if the flame weapons comes down, so long as he picks off the Herso, it should be okay. The Herso can now move in and cast flame weapons to take this town center, but Moore's kind of okay with that. He's sitting at 5 town centers at this point. It's 5 town centers. That's an insane amount. But it's not game over. It just means that Moore has the population at this point. If you look at his actual population, he's 161 of 175. He's got a lot of villagers out already. 39 villagers on the food, 34 on the gold. He's going to be going for this town center. There's no army over here just yet. 4 more champions. Please excuse the coppers going by my house. They're very loud. Moore trying to take down this town center. It's a very high population here. He's got some mercenary popping out here. The villagers are here as well, but looks like with the help of the battle boar and all these Herso, he should be able to take it down. So that's going to be one less town center for Moore, and Narvi should be able to secure this one fairly easily. Narvi now, he does have it, and he's got the gold mine secured. Should just be able to build that town center up as soon as that one comes down. The Axemen looking for something to do here. How far away is the heroic age from Moore is the question. He's no longer building villages. He must be max villages at this point. And he's running out of food here. He needs to maybe move in and grab these elk or something like that. And he should be able to get to that next stage very, very soon. Does he have Persine? He does have Persine, so he's gathering food quite fast from his fish as well. So the medium axemen are moving in right now. Going to try and take down these villagers here, but they're just going to get off that gold mine instantly, and potentially Narvi may go for a surround here. If he can surround these axemen, cast flaming weapons, there's the flaming weapons. If he can surround them, he would have been really good. But Narvi can just retreat here at this point. He's going to take some losses, that's fine, but because Narvi's at full population, he's not going to get any myth unit spawns. He's at 100 favor as well, so he's actually not getting the favor either. So he can just get out of here and he should be totally fine. Moore playing that really, really well. There's a couple of Herso moving on over onto this gold mine here. Going to be dealing some damage to them. And there he is. Some more death happening over here. Even the bear getting involved. He's like, nah, get out of here. I want to get ya. And the bear's actually going to pick up 2 villagers for Narvi. So even Gaia helping out this man. This man now moving on over into this town center. Could potentially take that one down. He's got 20 seconds left of flaming weapons. So that should be really, really good here. And should be able to take this town center down fairly fast as well with the help of the battle boar. It's going to force Moore to have to fight this one. He's got the Pharaoh here as well. Menes the second, or Menes or Menez II comes in, but immediately gets focus fired by the Norse army of Narvi. But Narvi sees the army, realizes his flame weapons is out, and he's just going to have to get off that town center. But Narvi does have quite a bit of favor in the bank. He could just spam out Battle Bore if he so chose, but not happening just yet. Maybe he's got the marker coming down and he wants to get to the Mythic Age, probably through Hell, and then spam out Fire Giant, or maybe go through Tier. So the Ancestors does come down. All of the army is here for more here. He wants to prevent this town center from being grabbed. The market is going up ever so slowly, and Narvi is almost able to get to that next age. If he can pick off these Ursa from building this market, he will stop the Mythic Age as well. But is this going to be too little too late? Again, he can still just transport over onto the outside gold. So picking off this gold is not the end of the world. We do see the market is up, but it's almost picked off here, and we are going to be seeing Hell coming through very, very shortly. He's sitting at 997 population, or not population, 997 food, and that'll be very, very good. Very, very good. And yes, the Longhouse is coming down now. Moving in, trying to pick off all of these dudes as best as he possibly can, and he is going to force more back. And he is going through Tier. This is interesting. There's going to be too many priests for this. If you can get out like 6 or 7 Fenris Wolves and run around and get the raids happening, it'll be really, really big. But Maul's got so many villages right here that the Fimbulwind is not going to really slow him down. And even if he gets the perfect spawn on each of these town centers, they're just going to ring the bell, and it's just 30 seconds of no income. And Moore's got so many resources. Horus is incoming as well. It's actually Horus is coming in at the same amount of time as everything else. We see the cabinets moving in. The longboats have greeted them, and still Narvi has not gone for his gold. So Narvi clearly just did not know this map, which is super unfortunate. Super unfortunate for him. It's a definite option to grab that gold mine, but unfortunately not going to be seeing that one just yet. Temple coming down right now for Narvi. And we are seeing the attack moving in. Got these priests. They do have funeral rites. They've got funeral rites and Hands of the Pharaoh. So we've got quite a bit of range on them, quite a bit of damage. But you have to click onto the enemy myth units to do something there. And 88% or 85% of Mythic Age to the 80% of the Egyptian Mythic Age. So Narvi going to get to that next stage a little bit before more here, but is it going to be enough here? Let's check out where the spawns happen. Casts Fimbulwinter, comes down. Good spawn here. A decent spawn here. A bad spawn in this location here. It's not going to really do all too much. And a really good spawn over here, right on top of that gold mine. So that is a complete shutdown of the economy of Moor for just a little bit here, but he's already got the elephant out. We aren't seeing, still not seeing the favor getting spent. Only 23 gold left for Narvi. Narvi does have the Yormund Elver here as well, so he should be able to defend against this water attack here. But all the elephants coming in. We do have a Fenris Wolf Brood here as well, just to help out. But the elephants on top of the town center, taking it down ever so slowly. And the town center is just about to go down, and Tornado comes down right on top of the army, picks off the town center, picking off those Herser as well. As you can see, they're getting thrown up into the air, and Narvi decides to tap out. GG, just as the heavy elephants come through. Moat champion takes that one, the first game there. So currently 1-0 for Moore. Really nice play. I liked the town center grabbing here. Narvi wasn't doing a lot, and Moore made him pay for it just by grabbing town centers all over the map. 5-1 town centers in the very end of the game there. Super well played there. I feel like Narvi just didn't know the map. If he knew the map, he could have at least grabbed this gold mine. Could have gone to the Mythic Age a little bit faster. Been a little bit like, it would have been fine. And then maybe like Fenris Wolfbrews or Tier wouldn't have been the desperation play. Probably could have got out Hell and then got out some of those Fire Giants in order to pick off those Axemen, and then all that other things. Maybe wouldn't have had to cast flaming weapons onto the army. Not sure if he did that. He did do that, so he didn't have to do that either. Generally speaking, you want to force the fight on a gold mine or a town center or something with the flaming weapons not in the middle of nowhere, because you can just retreat away from it. And why Horus instead of Thoth? Horus does more damage to a single area than Thoth does. Not only that, you can also get what are they called? Oopsies, that's the wrong one. You can get out Axe of Vengeance, which gives you a 200% bonus against buildings for axemen, which basically makes them siege weapons, so you can keep pushing forward through buildings and stuff like that, as opposed to Thoth, which only gives you access to strong war elephants, which he did transition into, so maybe it would have been fine, but just going for the fast victory in the end there. And also get Avengers over Phoenix. But Phoenix are really good against Norse and Greek for that matter. So, but it all worked out for more champions. So we'll move on to game number 2 very, very shortly. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll start in a couple of minutes.